What's up, guys? Welcome to my live. Today, we're going to talk about recruiting. I love this whiteboard. I can't reach. Let's see. Recruiting 101. Oh, man. Can you guys see that? It's going to go that way because it's actually straight on here. It's just the way the board is. All right, we're going to talk about this today. Keep on running into this stupid thing. All right, we're going to talk about recruiting because a lot of people struggle with this, especially people in the early stages of their business building. They send a lot of messages, cold messages, whatever, then people don't sign up. They freak out and they say, why doesn't this work? Why am I getting the cold shoulder? Why am I getting negative comments? I just can't figure out how to recruit. So we're going to talk about today. I have 5 steps for you guys on how to be a master recruiter. So this is something that I definitely specialize in. I can recruit anyone, just about. And except for Aaron Parker. I couldn't recruit him a year ago. I had to wait a year to recruit him. But other than that, everyone else I can recruit. No, I'm just kidding. But let's talk about that. What does it even mean to recruit? I think people get tripped up on this whole thing because they think that they have to be like a salesperson. And it's really not about sales at all. I mean, it is a little bit, but really it's all about being a great listener and having just regular conversations with people. So you guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been out of recruiting mode for a while, but it's hard not to recruit in this business. Like, even if I say that, like, I'm not trying to recruit, I'm still recruiting people because people ask me what I do all the time for a living, and I'm just answering them. And I can't just like lie to them. I'm not going to tell them I'm a school teacher. I always tell them I'm in the cannabis industry. And because of that, I end up just recruiting people. So it's gotten a lot easier with time, as this will become easier with, for you guys over time as well. But you can become a master at this in a very short amount of time. It does not take a lot of skill to get this done. So let's talk about this. The number one thing that you need to recruit anybody. Now, maybe you're recruiting just customer sales, or maybe you're recruiting people on your team, affiliates. Some people think they need to find like the golden goose in the industry, that one person that's going to blow it up for you and make you millions of dollars. I don't ever look at it like that. My whole thing for me was I purposely didn't go after big networkers when I was first getting started with HempWorks because I didn't want to deal with their drama. I'm just keeping it real. Big networkers usually ask for things. Okay, they're usually like, I want a power leg, I want override, I want a salary, I want blah blah, all this stuff, and we're like not doing any of that. So you can start at the bottom like everybody else, work your way up, and when you earn something, then we'll give you a thumbs up and an award on stage. So that's our whole thing. So for me, I never went after people that I assumed were big networkers. I just didn't. My thing was, I'm going to go after just regular people and I'm going to turn them into big networkers. That was my thing. Like, I'll just take regular average people, train them, everything that I know, and help them become better leaders, So I think the developing of leaders is definitely what we all should be going after here. But the number one thing you have to have when going to recruit anyone, and whether that's a customer sale or an affiliate, is you have to have confidence. This is a personality thing, okay? Now, I think this is the biggest reason why people don't recruit people, is because they don't have any confidence. I just got a message the other day from somebody that was like, it was mind-blowing. He's like, I just joined this business 4 months ago, and I can't get anyone to sign up, but I think it has to do with the fact that I don't like myself. I have a poor self-image and all this. They were like a list of things they were saying negative about themselves. My answer to the guy was, you just answered your own question. This is why you can't recruit anyone, is because you have zero self-confidence at all. You cannot recruit somebody if you have no confidence in yourself. So number one, and it's going to look like it's going that way, just deal. Okay, I can't fix it. Confidence and belief. This might sound so simple, but it's really not. And there's a reason why I tell people to read all these books. and to retrain their brain. Okay, I do this. It's not even on the screen. I do this for a reason, because you can't talk to anybody if you're afraid to talk to them. First of all, if you're afraid of talking to somebody, then they're not going to feel very comfortable talking to you. Just the way it is. If you're like, hey, I'd like to invite you over to my at-home presentation. Would you be interested in going? Like, if you're super like insecure about how you're talking to people, then it's going to give a red flag away to them that you're desperate. And if you give them any sort of vibe that you're desperate or like needing this to work so bad, and they're going to sense that right away. So the number one thing you need is confidence and belief. You have to have belief that you can actually get the sale. You got to have belief that you can recruit a massive amount of people, that you're going to build this big team. And I recommend going to the Think Up app and starting to say things to yourself that maybe sound crazy at first, like I'm a master recruiter, or my self-confidence is growing every day, or I love myself for who I am. And as soon as you become like so confident in yourself, that energy beams off of you. You barely have to try at all at that point in time, because now people say, what do you do for a living? And you sit there and you're proud and you say, I'm in the cannabis industry and I love what I do. Because some of you right now, you think you're in the witness protection program. They ask you what you do for a living and you're like, have you heard of HempWorks? And you're like, you're scared. You're scared to tell people what it is you do, because you're afraid that they think it's marijuana. First of all, you don't have to be worried about what they think. You just have to be confident in what your message is. So I never falter. You guys, I visited my grandma the other day, yesterday, and my aunt was there also, and we almost got in a fight, you guys, because she started telling me about her pharmacy tech school she went to, and you guys know how I feel about pharmaceuticals. Right. So old Jen would have been polite and said like, oh yeah, I agree with you, because I was afraid to disagree with people. I'm not afraid anymore because I know the truth. I know my version of the truth anyway, so I'm sticking to it. So she was telling me about how she was so grateful that she had this prescription drug to help her with her pain. And I can't sit back and take that. I really can't. So for me, I just flat out said, what's amazing is we now have plants that actually been around for hundreds of years, thousands of years, that can do pretty much the same thing. So I'm a big believer in cannabis, in the cannabis plant. So my confidence is so high that I'm not worried about if she thinks I'm crazy. I don't care. Like, her opinion is like not even on my radar at all. So I just speak the truth all the time. And because I'm so sure of what I'm saying, people just kind of go along with it. They're like, right, yes, she's sure of herself. I believe that. Okay. So when people ask me, what do you do for a living? I say I'm in the cannabis industry. And I sell the #1 hottest CBD oil brand that there is. And by the way, make sure if you are going to try out CBD, I start educating. I go into like education mode, because that makes me feel like, or makes me appear like I'm an authority of the topic. And if you can appear like you're an authority of the topic, people are going to listen to you. Make sure you're giving them good information, not made up information. If you're the authority on CBD and you're just giving great educational advice and you're confident about what you're saying, they're going to listen to you, right? So for me, I'm in the cannabis industry, and specifically CBD oil. Not the THC side of things. I'm on the other side of things. Oh, how's that going for you? It's going phenomenal. We have a lot of people in our business making a lot of money, crushing it online. Really? Wow, that sounds so amazing. Okay, so confidence and belief, that's #1. #2, pre-qualify people. Pre-qualify them. You don't have to recruit everybody, okay? Like, I know it's a numbers game. Yes, you should expose the opportunity to people as much as you can, but I pre-qualify people, and I think that's something that is a little bit different from maybe some other training that you've heard. I don't know. But just imagine that you're the talent scout. You're a talent scout. Your whole job is to look for talent. Look for talented people. What I mean by that is you're looking for people that are like highly motivated to change something in their life, right? You're looking for somebody that maybe, here's really what I look for when I look for people. talent in people. If I believe more in them than they believe in themselves, I feel like there's a little spark there I can work with. If I see something in that person where I believe that they can be successful because they're like saying the right things, and maybe they're like, I want this to work, I'm not sure how it's going to work, or, I've got debt up to here, but I'm ready to like do something about it. I'm in this job that I've been stuck in forever, but I'm ready to like move on and do something else with my life, right? I pre-qualify people. So let me write that down. Number 2, talents. You're a talent scout. And we are pre-qualifying. Now, in this section, I need a smaller whiteboard. Oh, it's going the wrong way. There we go. You guys, in the pre-qualifying section here, this is where I take it away. I give people like fear of missing out, like major FOMO for sure. So not even really talking about my business yet. I may have said a few things in this conversation. We're going to get into conversation on number 3. But when I'm looking for, when I'm pre-qualifying people, is if every word that comes out of their mouth is an excuse, then I'm probably not interested in working with them anyway, to be honest. Like, I'm only really looking for people that are looking for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going after every single person. Now, if they're like not looking to improve their life at all, but maybe they just want to take the product, cool, you could be a customer. Like, I will actually suggest you be a customer. I actually don't suggest you become a leader, because I don't want your negativity spreading to anyone else. Like, let's contain that. You just stay a customer for now. Like, pre-qualify people. Not everybody is going to be a network marketer. Not everybody is going to be good at this business. Not everybody wants to be good at this business. Maybe it's like your parents and you're like harassing them at Thanksgiving. Mom, you got to do this. Like, I'm making this much money now. Just get a spot. And she's like, I'm fine, like baking cookies, doing my laundry, living my life, like leave me alone. Like, some people are in that category. Let them be there. There's hunters and there's huggers. They're different personality types. Not everybody is a hunter. Some people are huggers, okay? Huggers like their 9-to-5 job. They like the security that it brings. They like the predictable paycheck. They're afraid of commission, okay? If they're like that, it's not the affiliate that you're looking for, okay? Maybe they can start out real small, work their way up to that confidence where they don't need a paycheck from somebody else, fine. But initially, like, if I'm looking to work with somebody, I'm the talent scout and I'm looking for talent. And if they're not like wowing me with a few things, I'm probably not going to go super hard after them. I'm pre-qualifying them. Now, for you guys being brand new, let's say you've never recruited anybody, you're not going to be like, no, you can't join my team. You have 0 people on your team. You're like, you can't join my team because you're too negative. Maybe not. We don't start there. So maybe your pre-qualification looks different than mine, right? Because I'm picky at this point in time. But when I was in the beginning, I was just trying to get the product out as much as I could. Like, in the beginning, I was just going for customers. And then if people like presented themselves as affiliates, then I would go for that as well. So just keep that in mind. You want to pre-qualify people. I used to do a mentorship questionnaire, like literally, and it was like, how motivated are you? Are you comfortable paying your auto ship? Like, all the things that I knew that, all the excuses I knew that they would quit later on for, I asked them up front. Like, I can't afford my auto ship. I asked that right away. So that way, if I recruit you on my team, I already know you're not allowed to give me that excuse, because I already told you that you're going to have to do that. Like, do you have a few hours a week to devote to this business? I'm asking these questions because if I don't, then they're going to come out later and say, I don't have time to build this business. Now I can pull up their questionnaire and says, it says here you've got 12 hours a week to devote to your business. So what changed? Did you join a new church or something? Like, what happened? Where did your time go? Did you get a new series on Netflix? I don't know what's happened to you. It says right here, you got time and you got money for your auto ship and you got all these things. So I will ask people those questions before they would join my team. Again, that might be something that you can implement in your talent scout method or whatever, but that's what I did for my team. And I did this before I was like super successful. You guys, I did this in the beginning when I didn't have that many people. You know, I got so tired of hearing rejection answers, like no's, that I just got so quick at it. I'm like, no, next. Like, I didn't even worry about it. Like, objection, coming back, rebuttals, no. Like, I'm not here to convince you to change your life. Like, I'm going to change my life. You can watch me change my life. I'm going to set the example. And if you join me, fantastic. If you have a million reasons why this is not going to work for you, I'm going to let you continue on that life path. And when you're ready, you can come back, circle around, and then change your mind. That's my whole like attitude. So maybe try that. I don't know. All right, number 3. This is where we get into the actual conversation. So this is the meat and potatoes of the training. And I don't even want to write all this out, but I'm going to. Okay. Common ground. Convo. That says convos. Can you read that? Conversation. Common ground conversations. So, you know, when you're in kindergarten, the teacher's like teaching you how to like be nice to people and how to have little conversations. Same exact thing. So here's what happens in network marketing. We forget how to just be normal people. I don't know what happens. We're like suddenly something switches in us and we start seeing everybody as a prospect. Like, I wonder how I can bring this up. Like, I wonder how I can get them to ask me questions about my business. Like, we try to get all sneaky about it. My thing is like, don't get sneaky about it. Don't try to make it weird. Like, just be confident in what you're doing. That's your career. That's it. You've owned it. You're all in. Okay. So when you're having a regular conversation with somebody, I tell people that like have no prospects whatsoever, circle through your phone list in your contacts and find out who you haven't had coffee with in a while. Okay. That's your whole goal. Just to have coffee with them and catch up. That's it. Just catch up about old times, whatever. Find out what they're doing. Find out what their kids are up to. You know what I'm saying? Like, have a regular conversation. Don't think in the back of your head, I'm going to go to coffee with them and I'm going to have my presentation binder with me and I'm going to do a bait and switch where I'm like, bam, now you're in a presentation. So you're locked in because you agreed to come to coffee with me. Now I'm going to tell you everything about my business and you're trapped. And now you have to listen to all this stuff. No, don't do that. Some people do that. That is not the way to recruit because they will never go to coffee with you ever again. Ever. So the whole idea is to maintain being normal throughout this business, okay? Don't suddenly become a weirdo because you are trying so hard to get sales, right? Common ground conversation. Hey, how are you? I'm great. How are you? It could be somebody that has been on your friends list for a long time and you've been on each other's Facebook friends list for a long time, but you haven't talked to them in a while. So just reach out to them. Hey, what have you been up to? I see you're pushing that new water company or whatever. Or I saw you just at the Unique Convention in Orlando. I was just there too. Weird. I was driving by. I didn't actually go there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what have you been up to? Like, what's new? Reconnect with these people. And then they're going to say, oh yeah, first of all, if you're going to go after networkers, most of us are, right? And you are connecting with another networker. The first thing they're going to do is they're going to puff their chest. They're going to tell you, my deal is the hottest thing since sliced bread, whatever. They're going to say, we're having so much success over here. And they're going to like prematurely probably send you a link before you ask for it. And they're going to show you how bad they are at recruiting. That can happen when you're going and having conversations with other networkers, okay? Your job is to remain calm, keep it cool, have a regular conversation, find 3 to 5 things on their profile so that you're saying relevant things to them. Oh, I saw your baby just turned 4 months old. That would be a relevant thing for me. Like if you don't know about my baby, then you're not on my page because that's all I'm posting about, right? Okay, so you're having a regular conversation. And then the time comes where, how's that working out for you? If you're networker to networker conversation, how's that deal working out for you? Both parties are going to lie to each other. That's the way it works. They're going to say, we're having so much success over here. It's so awesome. Oh yeah, Us too. It's so amazing. Great. I'm so glad that we connected. It sounds like you're having so much success over there with what you're doing. So I'm just going to keep being your friend, and I'm here just to cheer you on because I want you to be happy and successful in your business. That's your job. Like, just keep it classy. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't go into like whose business is better than whose business. If they're not looking, they are not pre-qualified to continue, okay? So you're just going to keep it real with them. That's it. You're going to circle back around because their business, they'll probably go out of business. I don't know, by then. Like in a few months, they'll be looking to change teams. If you are steady on your course and you're still with HempWorks, okay, you're still here, they're going to flip around like a few more times because they're looking for our comp plan. They just don't know it yet. I'm keeping it 100 with you guys. If you're talking to people that don't know anything about network marketing, regular conversation looks like, oh, how's Susie? How's the dogs? How's, whatever things are happening in your life? And you're answering their questions, right? And then saying, what about you? Because conversations tend to mirror each other, all right? If they say, hi, how are you? You say, fine, thanks. How are you? What are you doing now? Like, what kind of career are you in now? I'm doing this. What about you? Like, people say the same thing over and over again. That's your intro into when they ask you what you're doing, you say, I'm in the cannabis industry. The booming cannabis industry, it's hard not to see what's happening in the CBD industry, so I had to join it. That's what I'm doing now. The other thing is, you guys, I use a lot of humor in my conversations. I make people like me right away. That's like my specialty. And I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you the truth. When I have a one-on-one conversation with somebody, I keep it really casual and I'm hilarious. Like, I'm just throwing jokes all the time. Like, don't be afraid to just be like, have a regular conversation with them, just to throw punches once in a while. Like, you don't have to be so like, I'm here to educate you, Mr. Prospect. Like, no, like that doesn't work. We're not that impressed. Just be yourself, right? Have that conversation. So in this combo that you're having, this is when brings me to number 4, which is our job as the affiliate, okay, the talent scout. We're looking for problems, because if you have a conversation long enough with anybody, they will start complaining about something eventually. If you have a conversation with another networker long enough, give it some time, they will start complaining about something. I promise. It happens every time. At first they like positive and they're like, yeah, it's going really great. And then you're like, really? That's awesome. How's that force matrix spillover unilevel coin deal going? Is it awesome? Have you got paid? Because I heard that your company hasn't paid out in 3 weeks. Just be real, right? Like, whatever's happening, just ask them. And then they're going to say, you know what, actually, I am kind of starting to look at something else. All right, we'll take the free tour, come see what we're doing. Whatever. Aaron Parker, when he told me no the first time, I'm just going to always put him on the spot because he loves it. But Aaron was in another deal, and I told him, I was like, all right, when your deal gets shut down, then come find me. That's what happened. All right. So anyways, number 4 is listen for problems. And you guys, see, MLM corporate, they mess up a lot. So like, you just have to be patient. Eventually they're going to piss off their people, and then they're going to come here because we don't do that. So that's awesome. We don't piss off our field. We just listen to you guys. Oh, I'm writing way over here and you can't even see it. Okay. Listen for problems, fact finding. All right. So now you're the consultant. Okay. So you've had this regular conversation. You've caught up. You've had your coffee. You pre-qualifying them. In the back of your mind, you're thinking, like, you can be a customer, but please do not be an affiliate on my team. Or you're thinking, please be an affiliate because you have that, I don't know, you got that spunk. Like, you got that spunk. And now I need you on my team because you'd be crazy if you didn't do this. Like my furniture salesman, you guys have about furniture this week. I was like, bro, he was sweating so bad. It's hot outside, I get it, but he's wearing this suit and tie and all this stuff. I'm like, if you took your skills for selling furniture over here to CBD, like you could wear pajamas with your AC on in your house and afford the bill and be comfortable. Like you could take your sales, like I'm thinking you just be on my team. You're already selling me furniture. Sell something else that actually makes sense. I'm talent scouting, like all the time. I look for people like that. Okay, anyway, I got distracted. Listen for problems. So this is when you start asking people questions. Like, is your dad still struggling with that ailment that he got diagnosed with? Or how's your mom doing on this? Has she thought about cannabis yet? Whatever. I was joking with my aunt, and we were starting to talk about weed, and she's like, your mom would never, ever smoke. And I'm like, yeah, but I could get her to eat a brownie. But I'm listening for problems, you guys. I'm looking to gather my ammo, okay? I'm gathering like a rap sheet on this person mentally. I'm like thinking, okay, like I'm just writing down, all right, they complained about they being broke. Fantastic. They complained about their rent is late. They complained about their company changed the comp plan. Whatever. They complain about their back is hurting, or they just got sick with something, because we all get sick. I don't know. I'm looking for problems. I'm fact finding. So this is part of the conversation, okay? People will all automatically start talking about this stuff. So this is when, now you're the consultant. You're almost like a doctor, okay? Stay with me. It's an analogy. It's not real life. So don't be a doctor. Pretend you're one, okay? If you walked into a doctor's office, you guys, and you said, let's say you didn't give them any information whatsoever. Just walked into the office, doctor's office, and you're like, I'm here because, I don't know, figure it out. I'm here. I'm having issues. Okay, great. The doctor's not going to say, all right, I'm going to write you a prescription for this, this, and this, and you gave them zero information. Like, that's not how it works. They have to do some fact finding, right? They have to see what all your symptoms are. I'm looking for symptoms so that I know what I need to prescribe this person. If this person's like super negative and like giving me excuses, like, yeah, my wife left me, my kids hate me, like, I'm like, oh, personal development, that's what you need. Let me write you a script for that. You need Bob Proctor in your life. Like, that's what you need. So you need some books. So maybe you should join HempWorks so that you can get into this culture of personal development. That could do you a lot of good. Like, you could change your whole life if you do that. So you're the doctor, you're the consultant. Do you know what I'm saying? You're collecting all the symptoms so that you can calmly and correctly say, without being desperate, number 5, which is the solution. I can't tell you guys, people actually act like I'm a doctor in this business. They're like, they start listing all their diseases. What would you give somebody that, and they just tell me all their diseases. I'm like, I can't answer that question. I can tell you what I do. 2 droppers twice a day, $7.50. That's my answer to everybody. But you guys, you want to offer the solution. So now they have all these problems. Don't be afraid to offer the solution. I know you guys got family members where you're sitting around Thanksgiving, whatever, dinner, whatever, and you're listening to all this like negativity. I don't listen to it. I call people out. Like, I don't care. Like, I had some kids over the other day. They started talking negatively, and I said, if you keep saying that, you're gonna believe it. Like, you should be careful what you say, because it's gonna be true. I offer the solution. I teach people whether they want to be taught or not. I just offer my wisdom whether they want to hear it or not, just because I have information that people should know. Like, that's how I feel about it. Again, that's being confident again. If they're saying, I'm like so broke, I don't know what to do. I'm like, are you asking me for money? That's my first thing, because that's what most people do. Are you asking me for money? Are you asking me for fish, or do you want to be taught how to fish? Answer that first. I want to be taught how to fish. Okay, great. You're ready to learn. Fantastic. You want to be taught. Okay, so you want to change your life. All right, great. So if you want to do that, I have a simple solution for you. get involved in my business, do what we do, get involved in our training, come to our convention, just take the free tour. At least watch the presentation. It'll do you some good. You can see what we're doing. It's probably not for you because it seems like you're committed to your way of life. But if it sounds interesting, if it seems like something you might want to do, or maybe somebody you know may want to do, then get back with me. And you know what? I might get my upline on the phone and we could do a three-way call because I'm brand new. I don't know anything about this business, but I can point to my upline and edify them a lot because they have a paycheck that I can show you. That works. Edify, edify, edify. Let me get you on the phone with them and they can tell you more about how to get involved in this business. Okay, that's it, really. So my brother is becoming an affiliate now, and he's never done network marketing before at all. And he's like, all right, I'm coachable, trainable. What do I do? I'm like, this is what I told him. I said, you're a talent scout. Go bring me people to talk to. That's all I want you to do. If they seem like they're not stupid, go bring them to me and I'll get on the phone with them and I'll talk to them. You can hear me talk to them, and after a few times, we will have that conversation. If they're negative and cranky and crotchety, aka that's what I call stupid people, then I don't want to talk to them. Didn't tell them I will try to get her on the phone, but she's very busy, so I'm not sure she has time. All right, so we're just sorting through people. That's like the biggest thing in the world. You're just sorting through people, okay? Confidence and belief. You got to believe that you can do it. You got to have confidence in yourself. You're a talent scout. You're pre-qualifying people. And I'm putting people in buckets. They say not to judge people because maybe they end up becoming a multi-million-dollar earner. Fine. That's great. But I do. I judge people. I'm sorry. I just do. If they're telling me their version of reality, I'm like, that's the path you're on. Then that's what you want to do. I'm not going to convince you to come join my church. Like, I'm not. Like, if you want to do this, come do this with us. And if you want to do this, I will teach you how to do this. And if I teach you how to do this, you will have skills that you can take not only in this business and blow this up, but you can take it to any industry, any business, anywhere you want in life, and it'll work because these are the concepts that work. Okay? We're going to have common ground conversations. Back to kindergarten. We're just trying to make friends. That's it. We're not being pressury. We're just offering a solution to the problems that they told us that they had. Now, if you are offering the solution to the problems, you're not going to have very many objections, because if they say, my problem is that I don't have any money, and then you say, well, then you need to join my business so that you can make money. I don't have money to join your business. No, you can't use that as an excuse because you need money. You just told me you need money. In order to get money, you have to join this business. You understand? So you can't tell me you don't have enough money to join this business. Otherwise, how are you going to make more money? I don't have time to do this business. No, that's why you told me you needed to join. I heard your problems. I don't have time with my kids. Don't tell me you don't have time to build a business if you don't have time with your kids. That's why you have to do this. Okay? Like, almost all their excuses are going to be the reason why they need to do this. I hate my job because I only can pee twice a day and I only got 15-minute lunch breaks, and I feel like a little slave or a rat in the rat race. I have the solution for you. Are you ready to do something about it? Well, I don't know if I could do one of those things. Well, then you're probably right. Sounds like you've already made up your mind. When you're ready to change your mind, then I'll be here waiting for you. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, it's that simple. I think we freak ourselves out and we're like, no, you can do this. I believe in you. You can. Okay, try agreeing with them and you will get their attention. I promise you. The takeaway, play hard to get. I promise you it works when it comes to recruiting. Because if you're always the one chasing and chasing and chasing, they're going to look at you like a banner ad. They'll tune you out. Okay, so make sure you know what you have to offer. You have the ability to change so many lives, but it's only for people that are ready and willing to commit and willing to dive in, go all in. You cannot sail into the ocean while your ship is tied to the shore, okay? You can't. You're only going to go about 3 feet. That's it. So that's about how far you're going to go in life if you're still anchored to the shore. You have to look for people that are ready to cut that rope and go sail into the ocean. But as I say with everybody, Make sure you chart your course, otherwise you'll be sailing in circles. All right. Thank you guys for hopping on. I will see you on my next video. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.